What up, what up? Good day, everybody in the building. But yeah, what's up? Had to tap in with y'all this morning. Go to smoke dust away in the studio. But yeah, had to tap in with y'all this morning, talk to y'all about what's going on with this Kyrie situation. Going about my day, I think it's important. But yeah, I want to say what up to everybody. You seen we've been active, and just wanted to tap in with the people who, all the great minds who like to think and enjoy the conversations. So I tapped in this morning real quick for y'all. What's going on technically is in the situation with Kyrie, him being in Brooklyn, there's a lot of stuff going on that's like, I feel like they kind of brushing it under the rug. So in Kyrie's contract, what they was asking Kyrie was first during the pandemic, when they offered Kyrie like the max extension, they was like, oh, take the COVID. If you take the COVID shot, we'll give it to you, right? Now, we got to remember, as individuals, as people, don't we got the right to choose what we want to take, what we don't want to take? Because that's what this conversation really about. So it's like, Josiah's from China. People in China don't have free will the same way people in America do. Like, a lot of people, they overwork the Chinese people, right? So Josiah's a billionaire, but he's from China. And the issue is that he come from a place that like to force people to do shit. And that's where Josiah come from. So the issue with this Kyrie Irving situation, what I want to tap in about was, they got a problem. Like, it's clear that if you think that you could be like a black man in this situation, as we call ourselves, and be a free thinker on any level, like in contract. See, this is the reason why when I talk to people who are like, they say, bro, I ain't never signed no contract for that reason. I want to be able to I should be able to play whatever I'm playing, whatever sport, rap, do music, act, who I am personally, whatever I believe, whatever I think. It shouldn't conflict with this. Like, it shouldn't be such a big problem that it's like that. So then they brought Kyrie back. He did all the bullshit that he went through, right? Kyrie went back into this situation, and then Kyrie, he played. Now, since he been back, Kyrie been that nigga since he been back. Now, from the jump, couldn't nobody stop Kyrie. But just on principle, if you take all your pain and you put it into whatever you do when people doubt you and all this controversy, it's going to show on the court. So it's showing that Kyrie work ethic is close to Mike and Kobe because of how he playing. But the issue is the Nets they put something in a contract. They saying like, yo, we'll give you the rest of your money if you take us to the championship. Now, the issue in that is there's no contract. Mike's contracts, it's not in there. Bron's not in there. It's not like saying, oh, you'll get money. You'll get this if you win the championship. There's such things as incentives, but to say that you'll get it if you win the championship, it'd be like, nah, you get the money, and then they'll say, but if you win a championship, you know, or if you win MVP, there's a $200,000 bonus if you get, you know what I'm saying? So that's how they was able to incentivize. So Kyrie tells them, like, when they offer him this offer, he don't even go back to the table. It's business. If I go back to the table and try to negotiate that bullshit, all they're going to do is constantly keep trying to put something on. Like, when I ask for something, they're going to say, okay, but we want this too. But we still want this. So Kyrie didn't want to negotiate no more. Like, enough is enough. The organization, how they handled the situation over what he believed in and whatever his religion is, that was offensive in the first place. I would have stopped playing at that point anyway. But he came back and showed that he was what he was. Then we got all of these comments and shit where say Kyrie's a narcissist. So if you're a black man in America and you got an opinion and you free thinking, or you know what I'm saying, and you want to believe that you great and you headstrong for whatever reason, they got a problem with you. You know what I'm saying? And that speaks volumes on what's going on right now. So I think the issue is Kyrie asked for a trade, and instead of people seeing that Kyrie wasn't comfortable where he was at, the people, you know, what they start doing, they started attacking him from another angle. It's like, okay, we're not going to attack him with anti-Semitic shit. We're going to attack him now from one angle. Oh, here you go again, causing a problem. Like, bro, if he ain't happy, he ain't happy. That's the power of being a superstar. If controversy just happened, no such thing as bad publicity. But if I just been putting up 40 and 50-point games, 60-point games, and smashing shit, KD hurting, I'm smashing shit. And then when I say I don't want to be in no more, because I don't want to fuck with the person that own the team no more. That's the point of being a superstar. That's leverage. You don't got to stay somewhere. He's not a rookie somewhere in contract. He's just somebody who, they have the power to play for organizations that they want to play for. Don't let the media convince y'all that Kyrie just is narcissist and this fucked up person. Put yourself in that man's shoes. You playing for a Chinese billionaire who come from a dictator. And he constantly did little slick shit. Like, yo, I give you money if you take the shot. It's my right not to take it. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel. Every individual has the right to take a shot or not take a shot. Every individual has the right to do or feel certain things. That's our individual rights. You should know that. You might not agree with Kyrie on everything, but that's his right. But then the owner comes back, and then this year, like a month ago, he tried to offer him the max contract because this is last year. Well, I'll give you the max contract if you win the champ. Like, we'll give you the money, we'll give you a max, but we'll give you a contract. But in order to get the max of it, you got to win a championship. Michael Jordan had that shit in his contract. LeBron, Kobe, none of them had that in the contract. Now, you can sign me at the max and then say if I win a championship, like I said, or if you win, you do certain things, you lead the league, you get incentives. So what they doing now is they're attacking Kyrie in a different way. They trying to say, here you go, disrupting again. That's why you don't sign deals and fuck with none of these media and all of these bullshit medias. We have to learn how to create our own outlets. The NBA is a little harder. Some of these millionaires that's watching and these billionaires that's watching, or these black guys that got money and black women, they need to be trying to create their own league so this doesn't happen anymore. We are seeing in our lifetime right now that if you are black and you got an opinion, you know what I'm saying, they will destroy you even if you still great. Kyrie is amazing. That nigga only 6'2". Mike 6'6", Kobe 6'6", Bron 6'8". That nigga 6'2". He began to the basket like he's 6'8". And we seen that nigga do some shit in the championship against Golden State that we never seen nobody ever do in our life. And now he even older, and he's like we gotta be real. We have to stop investing our talents into corporate America and white America structure of how to be millionaires. But if you're gonna go get the money, where's all of the people that's willing to kind of start their own? Because everybody's scared. But now they saying narcissist. You're not disruptive because I don't want to play for a dictator who constantly has offended me in my religion, constantly is trying to do little sneaky ass shit. Like, bro, I don't gotta be here. It's like 30-something other teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? This team is not all that great. KD here, but he hurt. You know what I'm saying? And quite frankly, KD don't even speak up like that. So I'm good. Like, yo, me and KD good, but I'm out of here. KD, I think KD got a year left on his contract. Or whatever. I think he might got a year or two, but KD out of here. Get the fuck out of Brooklyn. Bruh messed that shit up. But when they started attacking Kyrie, that's why I went public, because now I took that shit personal. I'm a Jersey kid, so I'm a little biased, but I understand the business of this shit. If Kyrie say I want out, he went out. If you the star player, whatever job you work, for everybody that work, if you bringing in the most money at your company and the owner keep doing side-handed shit to you, right? And then he find out that you a Muslim or that you Christian and he a different religion and he chooses to get mad and put it all over. And then you wrong, right? That's your business. That's your right. And then later on he come back to you and say, well, you can continue to work here, but you can continue to work here if you do this my way other than that. And you're going to be like, yo, nah, I'm good. The same thing you offer this company, you can go right to you can go to another team and do this shit. So you got to understand your brand and your value and your worth. Kyrie is understanding that. Like right now, while everybody talking about him, bruh donated $22,000 to somebody yesterday. He donated that money to that girl that died in Cabo. He just be looking around, like him and his team look around for people that need help. And he donating money. That's what he doing with his money. That's the issue with why they trying to be funny with his money. You know what I'm saying? I've seen team owners in the NBA say racist shit. Did they make did they make the bruh from the Clippers pay the NAACP a visit and sit down with black people? And you know what I'm saying? And pay black people, you know what I'm saying? Hell no. This shit happen all the time. Jerry West statement that he had to sit down and he ain't had to do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the difference in this situation. And stop letting people attack our people and not standing up and saying nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just as big as a crime. It's more cowardly to know something is not right and not to say nothing than it is to just, you know what I'm saying? It's just cowardly. Let me say it that way. So I speak on this situation, and I don't know how y'all feel on this situation. I don't know if I got it up right now. My joint tripping. But I speak on this situation because I understand how important this is. Kyrie, he said he needed to get out of there. Yeah, he did. He said they tried to tell him how to act. That's my point. You don't have that none of us do, and we should all stand on that. Like, I don't care what your nationality is, color, creed, religion. That's your business. If I own Black House, right? If I find out one of the artists on my team is Hindu that's his business. Now, if I'm saying my brand don't represent these values, I'm not gonna go public and embarrass him. My job is to talk to him and say, look, bro, if what you represent is opposite of what I represent, then we need to find a solution that we both can find. But at the end of the day, in reality, his lawyers would be at the table like what he believes has nothing to do with his talent. You are not his God. You are not his mother and father. You're not his wife or his children. Your only job is obligation to rap music. If he's not rapping about that shit that goes against my label, like as far as destroying what I stand for, but that's what he doing. That's his business. Now I'm imposing on his constitutional common law rights and his rights to exist as a human being. You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, you can't tell me what I'm supposed to think about spirituality wise. You can't. And that's why I was saying we gotta pay attention that Joe Tsai come from China. It's a dictatorship. Motherfuckers working 180-hour weeks, niggas jumping off the roofs, committing suicide. Even during the pandemic, the way they did them, it's a different mindset. We watched China in the 80s. They were rebelling. Their doctors and lawyers, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that shit? Their doctors and lawyers, like their Ivy League kids was protesting in the streets, and the motherfucking dictator ran these niggas over on national TV with army tanks. The protesters. Some real shit. That's where Joe Tsai come from. So that's why he had a hard time understanding. He probably looking at Kyrie like this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But it's a new day and it's an awakening. And all of us is minorities to them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just speaking on rap, I'm talking about the wealthy. So all of us, when we dealing with it, some people say like, yo, getting a record deal was easy for me. But I'm not dealing with that shit. I don't have a mindset for them. You know what I'm saying? It's on every level. You could be a ball player, football player, you could, any music, movies, it's all across the board. There's no avenue that you can go across where you won't run around. And that's why it's important. And it's hard to be an individual like Kyrie. Let's back up. Kyrie is like 32, 33, 34, 35, something like that. He's like 33. I know he's a little younger than me because when I was playing ball in Jersey, Kyrie was a little bit younger when we was traveling the country. So I used to see him. I know he in his 30s, but he at the part of his career like I'm a man. This is basketball. I'm shooting hoops. Life is so much deeper than shooting hoops. You know what I'm saying? It's so much more. So I see Kyrie fighting. And who's gonna step up and stand up to that? Lila, chill out. Who's gonna step up and stand up to that? You know what I mean? And that's the question. I do like Jaylen Brown because Jaylen Brown is very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Jaylen Brown from the Boston Celtics, like I was already impressed by him as an athlete, but that's a sharp dude. That nigga studied law, like top of his class. So that's why he represented the NBA Player Association. And when they did that to Kyrie, he was one of the few that was very clear, like, I don't care what you think of Kyrie, but that's his right. It's a bit much. You know, it's a bit much. And that's my issue in this situation. It's a bit much. Never be victim to none of this shit. I don't give a fuck if it's rap, hip hop, society, people around you, culture, what's popular. Do what's right for you. We know, listen, we just watched Kyrie come back from this shit. And yo, we ain't seen no talent like that. Like John Morant like that. He ain't Kyrie yet. And even John Morant was like, yo, John Morant said recently, he was like, yo, I was starstruck a little bit. We ain't never seen nobody handle that basketball like that, man. Not even AI. And respect the AI, because AI was the illest. And there's a lot of niggas that can handle that ball, Tim Hardaway. But he took a couple of them greats and remixed them. His handles is like legends in the street. It's a hybrid. Them same moves you can do outside. But they're deadly. And what make Kyrie unique is he's 6'2". That's my height now. Y'all, people that know me know I'm tall, but y'all need to understand that Kyrie is really not a short guy. He looks short on TV because I'm 6'2". But compared to these 6'8", 6'9", and the way he get to the basket, you know what I'm saying? There's no second guessing in his movement. The way his footwork is like, that's how I tell y'all, not to get off topic, Kobe trained that man. Ever since the rookie year, Kobe was the person that was training him. You could look at him and tell Kobe trained him. So